Well, season's greetings to you, comic book lovers, true believers. My name is John, aka So Jolly. And over here we got Tom, aka the reason for the season.
That's right, in the house. Christmas time, my friends and ladies and gents. Christmas.
Yes.
Right.
Welcome back. We're so happy to have you back. Welcome to the humble abode. Stockings are stuffed and hung, ready to get filled with lots of joy and love. We got Skylar on deck here, and myself and Tom. I think mine looks the best.
Of course,
it's green like envy.
Yeah.
It's green like poison ivy. That makes me happy.
There you go. Green is cool. Yeah. But yes, issue 23. It's our Christmas show. We always love to do something festive for whatever season it is. Check out that Halloween show, one of our best still, I think. And so this week we decided we're gonna do Christmas. One of the funnest times of the year.
Exactly.
No matter what your religion is or whatnot, it's always fun just to think about Rudolph, Santa Claus, reindeer, North Pole, just those silly things. And of course, our show is about comic books.
Exactly.
So we're gonna bring comic books does everything. You can do anything with comics. It's what I've said over. It's a medium that there's no limits in, and so. We're doing. Of course, they've made Christmas comics, and so we'll review some of the ones that we've had over the years, and then just talk about Christmas and comics in general and whatnot, and who did. But thanks for coming back, of course, guys. We appreciate every view. So
yeah, we definitely appreciate it, and just keeping us going, and looking forward to rolling into the new year. New Year's resolution is to continue to kick ass and be good at what we do.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, exactly. We're not stopping. We're just gonna keep on making them better and better and better. So, we're real excited. And hey, sorry for the slower output. Me and John missed a couple weeks. It's been busy. Skylar, the new editor, sucks. So he's impossible to work with.
Yeah, I know,
buddy. Just kidding, Skylar. Totally joking, guys. And so it's a bigger operation. We're going pro, and we're excited to come back and talk about comic books. My first one I want to start with is a comic that came out today. Today's Comic Book Wednesday, and it's has Santa Claus on the cover. Fables issue 112. It's I didn't notice it until I got home, but the issue's $3.99. It's normally always a $2.99 book, and it's cool though. It's Santa Claus is on the cover, so it's a Santa story. And this is Fable, so Santa is just a character in the book.
Is he pretty badass in this one?
Yeah, he's a Rose Red, one of the main characters, goes through and finds out that she's gonna be like a part of hope. She's gonna be like a representative of hope, and there's these different representatives, and Santa Claus is one of them. And so she has to go and meet these other ones, and Santa Claus is the first one, and just kind of she learns about what kind of hope she wants to represent, and what they do, and what these other ones do. But once again, it's just cool. That they did it. Fables almost always has Christmas comics. They have Bigby and Snow White. They're a married couple. That's the Big Bad Wolf and Snow White. They're a married couple, and they have a litter of children. And since they're all these kind of crazy kids, because the Big Bad Wolf is actually half wind, half wolf, the representative for the North Wind, got with a wolf, had Bigby Wolf. He's super powerful. He's gotten rid of his wind powers altogether, but all his kids have him. So they're all bidding who's going to be the new North Wind and all this stuff. They can fly everywhere, but they're just so cool to be around Christmas time. They're always flying around the Christmas trees. Oh, what present's yours? Oh, this is stupid, And it's just it's fun interacting between all the litter of kids that Bigby and Snow have, and they always make for fun comics. And just recently, the new North Wind was found as one of the daughters. Spoiler. It's a really awesome and intriguing story. It's going 112 issues. Vertigo title, 112 issues. How fun that it's still here. They're putting out, Christmas issues and still, carrying on that story. And it, $3.99. It's a bigger story. There was 30 pages of art. Ended up being really fun, and that's what I like to come back to during this time to see something out. DC almost always puts out a Christmas issue, and I didn't see one this year, so that was a little weird. They always do those, holiday episodes sometimes, and usually they're like, a bunch of small stories, but most of them aren't very good, but it's still kind of fun that they do it.
Yeah.
And so it's cool that Fables did another awesome Christmas issue.
Right. Absolutely.
For sure, man.
Well, I went digging through the old long boxes there. I finally got a folding table, so my little nerd room's under construction right now. You guys will see it soon enough when we film at my place, I'm sure. But right off the bat, I remember this kind of a couple issue run in Uncanny X-Men. We're talking about issue number 340, and this hails from January of 1997. So I got this while I was living in Japan.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and this is actually a cover shot. This is about Iceman. Iceman was undercover with Graydon Krieg and the Friends of Humanity campaign or whatnot on there. So he was undercover and acting like he was going to be Graydon's assistant. Well, Robert's dad was found beaten in the forest. Like Graydon was like, "What do you think of this?" Totally calling him out because Drake's dad stood up to him at a rally and said, "Why are you like this towards mutants or whatever?" So that making an example out of it.
Yeah.
So the whole issue, it's just really kind of a cool portrayal on Robert's character. I mean, just getting to know his relationship with his dad was kind of strained. So Bobby basically just admits to Storm, "Why did my dad stand up to him? And why didn't he rat me out? Because he didn't.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a respect growing issue a little bit. It's cool to meet the character of Iceman's dad too. So I'm glad I had a chance to reread that. Just
Yeah, I guess
cool.
I don't remember a lot about Iceman's dad.
Yeah.
Iceman is such an underplayed character.
Totally. They're working on it.
Yeah, exactly. Jason Aaron has said that he's going to make it a point to develop Iceman into being what he could be. I mean, just think he's one of the original X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Just think what you could actually do with ice powers. Just freeze the water in people's body. Just like all sorts of different things that he really doesn't use it for. And he's never really taken seriously, so it's kind of fun to have an issue just on him.
Yep, and just kind of get familiar with his character. So again, that's issue 340. If you haven't read it, check it out. I totally recommend it. It's a good issue.
Yeah, totally. I agree.
What do you got?
All right. Well, Christmas time. It's fun again. And there is a really cool cover. The new Daredevil. I've given Daredevil high praise before. Daredevil number 7. And this is just such a cool cover. It's a really great use of negative space and the black and whites. And to have Daredevil just, go through all the nonsense I've talked about before, and be such an angsty character for so long. And then you have this new series where he's doing snow angels on the cover. I mean, it is, like, I'm sure there's some people out there that just have loved Daredevil for so long. I love Shadowland, I love how dark he's been, and all this, and I'm sure there are people that have, but I just think this is such good comic booking that I really appreciate these fun comics that come about.
How's the series doing overall? I mean, is it rebounding okay? Because you mentioned like there was that gap of this never happened and stuff like that, but all in all, it's starting to kind of reclaim the character a little bit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're almost just like non-addressed issues. Anytime he brings up anything about saying like, well, remember all this, he's always like, hated that guy, don't worry about him anymore, let's go.
Yeah.
He's just like, Daredevil and Matt Murdock are like completely different people, and this is a really cool story of how Christmas time, every year he takes like a group of kids out and into the woods to like learn more about themselves and be in a situation that like they could learn from, and ends up they crash on the way, and Matt Murdock has to put on his Daredevil costume because that's the only way he has gloves and stuff like that, but mostly just to kind of like earn these kids' trust to show that he is Daredevil, even though he goes around saying he's not Daredevil, and he earns their trust, and they have to go through this blizzard and fight through this, and he has to help all these little kids, and there's not a villain in it or anything like that. It's just simply Daredevil taking kids on a bus and teaching them a good lesson, even though it ends up being really dangerous, and they end up in turn help Daredevil when he's pushing too hard and his leg is badly injured and he's bleeding this whole time, and so they end up making like a like something for him to lay on and drag him to shelter. And he's like, I underestimate these kids so much. And it's just like such a powerful story, but still really fun in the aspect that it has been, and not trying to look like down on anything, and just kind of show what kids are capable of, and just what kind of person and character that Matt Murdock is now. And so I just really like the issue, and the cover just threw it off right away, though. It's just such a great cover. And so Daredevil continues to be, it's like I almost didn't get it at first, but they're not worried about this continuity stuff. I mean, he is simply making a fun book, like
that's needed.
Yeah, exactly, like Power Girl or even like Thunderbolts, like these fun books that aren't about dark and angsty stuff. It's like just fun old school comic booking, and that's what Daredevil does. And Mark Waid, Paulo Rivera, I think is who it is. Yeah, I mean, and they're great. So appreciate it, guys. Keep up the good work.
Had a kind of a cool Matt Murdock cameo in Wolverine in the X-Men issue 3 I read today.
Nice. How was that? How was it?
It was a good issue. The whole situation, the ground shaking, all that got resolved or whatnot. But they, the kids, the Hellfire kids, that caused the bad guys in the Schism, all those millionaire kids or whatever. Wolverine. They were like, oh, Wolverine, why don't you cut their faces off? And Wolverine's like, I'll deal with them a different way. Sends Maddock at the Black King of the Hellfire Club, the kid, and says, hey, you're being sued for $837 million.
Oh my.
Like, on behalf of the school for all the damages. How awesome is that? So they're playing, like, the legal side, and Matt Murdock's just got this quirky-ass grin on his face, so it's cool to see his character pop in. So that's funny that you mentioned that,
Yeah, exactly, dude. But that's great.
Absolutely. No, I just read that today, so I got a chuckle out of that.
Yeah, Matt Murdock is the best lawyer around, and they're back in New York now, so
that's cool to see that. All right, well, up next for me, I suppose, Uncanny X-Men number 341, so right after the other one. But this one was actually really an interesting issue: Cannonball versus Gladiator.
That's sweet. Does it have anything to do with Christmas? Oh,
isn't that great? You open up the first page and you see, Times Square or whatever, with a big tree and the team is out. So a couple of different things. Couple of right? No, and this is the bubbliest issue ever. But Cannonball goes up against Gladiator, throws his powers in different ways, and actually schools Gladiator, which is awesome. But more importantly, there's the remember Joseph, the kind of like the softer version of Magneto that was with the team for a while. Yeah. Well, him and Magneto, well, that'd be a scene. Him and Rogue had a bit of a scene, like they were in a horse-drawn carriage and they were floating above the city, and the guy's like, "I'll be okay with this. You guys are so cool. It's an honor to have you. I'm just kind of scared. I'm like 50 million feet up in the air with 2 horses carrying us,
That's awesome.
And then he constructs this chamber where Rogue's powers won't bug him because it blocks his brain from her, so she can't absorb his memories or whatever. And then he kisses her on the forehead.
Nice.
And then he's like, "Merry Christmas," kind of a breakdown moment. So it's a cool issue. They end up getting sent off to the sheriff.
So what is that? Yeah, I was gonna say, where does the Imperial Guard come from? Then?
Yeah, no, the Imperial Guard is actually it was a 4 or 5 issue run because I have the first few issues. It didn't even go that long, but they were also in the area.
Oh yeah, totally.
They had their own line because I have those issues.
Oh yeah, I remember that too. They've had a couple different lines.
So Gladiator sent the X-Men out to fight their own battle against the Phalanx.
Nice.
That were out there.
Yep. Remember that? Yeah. Phalanx or Phalanx or whatever it is. Covenant. Sweet, bro.
So that was an interesting little Christmas spin.
All right. Well, since you have one more, do another one right now, back to back, buddy.
All right. I'll save the best for last.
Yeah,
of course,
definitely, of course.
Okay. Uncanny as well. This is also This is 365. It's called A Ghost of Chris X.
I mean, look what fun this is. I mean, it's like there should be a fire here. We're going through back issue Uncanny X-Men. God.
And what?
A great Christmas show. And Merry Christmas. Oh.
Right. No, but
yeah.
Once in a while, you gotta run with these things and go through your back stock, because what's the point in collecting?
Exactly.
Don't you ever wonder about, like, oh, should I reread this?
Exactly. I was trying to do that, but you guys know what mine looks like. I couldn't find anything. So I got all new stuff. Because I'm gonna organize it though. I think.
Is that your New Year's resolution?
One of many.
But anyways, yeah, dude. Uncanny 365. Basically, Colossus gets haunted by kind of a swirly, ghosty kind of gal. Turns out it's Magic, his sister. But interestingly enough, nope. There's better. There's more. There's the best cameo in the world. Oh, Puck, what are you doing here?
Nice.
Puck from Alpha
That
Flight.
is why you liked it so much.
I had no idea he was in here, actually. I was just like, what?
You were just reading through it and
Yeah,
had it in
dude,
there?
that was cool. So, Puck from Alpha Flight made a cameo. Oh, I'm just kicking it with Wolverine, drinking some booze out in the cabin on the ground.
That seems like Puck and Wolverine. I mean, they have built a relationship.
Yeah.
I mean, Puck is the one who helped Wolverine in hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Puck
Pretty
was in
BFF.
hell.
Puck was in hell.
Poor guy. I mean, I feel like, dude, Puck, let the dude go to heaven. That's all I have to say, Marvel. You know, thanks for freaking not letting Puck go to heaven and keeping him in hell.
He's alive now, so it's all
Yeah, I
good.
know. Well, he's part of Alpha Flight. They all died and be risen like 4 times.
I'm excited about this.
This is the new book. We'll pull up a full spread because the art is the main point of this book. It's Batman Noel. It's a hardcover. It came out a few weeks ago, and Batman Noel. It's completely based around Christmas. It is the story of Charles Dickens' story of the 3 ghosts in Christmas, past, future, and present. And, Scrooge, Tiny Tim, the whole deal, and they bring it into Gotham, and it's a little bit about Lee Bermejo. He did the Joker series. He did there's a Luther trade. He works with Brian Azzarello a lot, and he for those things at least. And he has this he's painted-esque, computer-esque, really realistic looking but very stylized. It's very original art, and it's really detailed. It's quite amazing, and just to kind of see it. But right now he does do like that Batman of Batman from the movies and Joker from the movies. So cut up Joker and Batman with I don't know, all the ridges and stuff that you'd see in the movies. So whatever, that's fine because he's kind of trying to do it realistic. But what it is in this story, he makes Batman be Scrooge. So that's kind of cool. Because Batman does make a perfect Scrooge. Just think, he's the rich... Yeah, he's the rich old man who's bah humbug about everybody. He doesn't have any friends. Nobody likes him. He's only worries about his job at all times. So in a lot of ways, Batman has a lot of similarities to Scrooge, and so that makes it pretty cool. And what happens is Tiny Tim's dad is busted because he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any way out. He's looking for a way out, and what happens is he needs money, and he hears from a friend that he can make money if he does this delivery. Doesn't know what it's for. Ends up being for Joker and delivering cash for whatever. It's Joker. He's not up to anything good.
Right.
And Batman busts him as one of Joker's lackeys, and Batman is super hard on him. Stop being on the bad side of a good bad guy.
Speaking of Scrooge, go on.
But Batman just punishes him hard, and it's what are you doing? You should be going to jail. You're lucky, but I'm going to use you as bait. And this ends up being, Tiny Timmy in the story's dad, who comes home. They don't have much for Christmas, and they kind of. Tiny Tim brings up Batman, and he's like, well, Batman's good, right? He only hurts people that are bad. His dad's like, yeah, well, sometimes good people end up doing bad things, and, it's, not always black and white like Batman sees it. And so that, kind of is the theme throughout the whole thing. And then the ghosts of Christmas Past is Robin is dead. So I'm assuming it's Jason Todd. Who knows what this would be, but it didn't have the Jason Todd costume. But, I don't know. Because don't tell me Dick Grayson dies before Bruce. That'd be lame. Okay. But anyway, hopefully it's Jason Todd who's dead, because everybody didn't care about him anyway. He's cooler as the Red Hood. And he's, all broke up about that, and that's the Ghost of Christmas Past. And then Christmas Present is Superman, and then Future, I think it ends up being Joker. Yeah, Joker buries him and gets him trapped, and all this nonsense ensues. Well, it ends up just turning out that Bruce kind of realizes at the end that he was doing things wrong, and he helps out the Tiny Tim family, and it goes all the way around, and it's just kind of a cool all over issue of Christmas. Was it out? Did it blow me out of the water? No. Because it's a story I've seen before, but it's just kind of cool that DC does this and lets this artist, he wrote it and drew it, so he got to do the whole entire thing. Charles Dickens wrote it, he just took that story and entered him in, but the dialogue's good and it's really stylized, so ends up being a good enough book, and it's just cool that they do this nice hardcover, something to have in there, and I mean, without the slipcover, it looks really cool too. It has like an imprint and on the side. So I don't know. It's definitely worth the purchase. It's only like $22, original graphic novel, and I kind of like when DC does these. So I didn't buy this though. This is my friend. Thank you, Brady. You'll remember Brady from our show on Batman Year One. So go back, check him out. Brady hooked me up with this. He bought that. All right.
Well, before we go on to our last one, I mean, you want me to do the last one?
I don't. Oh, what was that? I think somebody's here.
Well, better.
Could it be Santa Claus? Oh, it is Santa Claus. He's delivered us a package. Here, just hand me the package, Santa Claus. Oh. Merry Christmas. Thank you, Santa Claus. You're too kind. Look at what we got here. We have this awesome package. Oh, Santa Claus must have been screening packages again. It's already open.
It's just for our security.
Look at this. What could it be? Who would send a comic book a package? I'll tell you who. Von Boone! Thank you, brother. Von Boone sent us a Christmas gift, and we're going to open it on air. What is it, John?
What do we got? Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
You ready?
I am ready.
We got ourselves an issue of the Comic Shop News, which Tom pointed out, ours doesn't get that, so that's kind of a treat for us, because we don't get to see that out here.
Exactly.
You put our swag up?
Yeah.
Alright. And, awesomely, Voltron #1, and this is the writer?
Yeah, this is Voltron #1. We got 2 different covers, and they're both signed.
Awesome.
That is awesome. Von Boone, thank you so much, bro. Dude, that is so sweet. This is the best Christmas present we've gotten.
I'm putting the swag on my stocking, too.
We really appreciate it, and, I mean, that's just awesome that, one of our fans has sent us a Christmas gift. We appreciate it so much. We appreciate you commenting on all the episodes, and, and on our Facebook page. You're big supporter. We really appreciate you. So yeah, Voltron.
Thank you.
We haven't read them yet because I did open it right away. I got too excited. I'm sorry, Von Boone. But then I didn't want to read it without me and John being able to look at it together. So I let him open it when we were getting it together. So, but thank you again. Merry Christmas, Von Boone. We really appreciate it, bro. And he left us a little card here. So he said, "Greetings from St. Louis and happy holidays. I hope you guys enjoy the goodies from my LCS. Keep up the great work." So,
yes, sir.
You got a good local comic shop. They got these signed issues. That's pretty cool, man.
Definitely. No, we'll definitely keep this swag on our stockings for next year and represent. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, you ready for the grand finale?
The
grandest of all grand finale. Well, and okay, just to kind of stir it up a little bit. Tom was mentioning just the significance of that issue number for Fables, right?
Yeah.
So when I see this issue number, my eyes tear up a little bit, because this is such a beautiful situation.
Oh, exactly.
Right? This is the series that Marvel really should pursue, but they're not going to. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about Alpha Flight issue 105. Tom actually gave this to me.
Yeah.
I think, would you say like my birthday last year?
Yeah. Well, it meant to be like as a Christmas present. John's birthday is actually today. Happy birthday, John! John is doing it on his birthday. We say that. I don't know if I was supposed to spoil that or not, but yep, dude. John's birthday. But anyway,
it's the best birthday.
Way back. I wanted to give him for Christmas or his birthday or something. I kind of like forgot. And I gave it to you later. It was like, hey, it's your birthday.
Dude. But I was like, yeah, because I had just started like reading it, I think, and you're
Yep.
like, lol, here. So, and yeah, Tom actually had this in his stash. You
Yeah,
know?
I didn't like go out and buy it or anything. I was just going through my old comics one day, and I was like, I have an Alpha Flight Christmas issue.
How amazing is that?
So what number is it and stuff?
This is Alpha Flight issue 105.
Nice, dude.
So, you know, and so I mean, this is pretty good stuff. You know, Jeffrey Madison, and Heather are, you know, planning the wedding a little bit since Mac's out of the picture.
There we go.
And then the girls actually go to a ladies' version of a strip club and meet Pink Pearl, which is from the Midwest Adventures, I want to say.
Oh, really? I don't
think so.
remember.
The big
Pink Pearl.
female blob.
Oh,
gal.
yeah, I remember her.
So they get in a bar fight with her and end up getting arrested. So that was pretty awesome. All in all, there's just kind of a lull issue, similar to the rest of the series. But it was you know, it was just kind of a fun one. But just oh man. So
awesome.
all in all, I mean,
Just a great Christmas
it's just
issue.
cool.
Starring Weapon Omega as Santa.
Exactly.
That is a great cover too.
It is. So yeah, all in all, it was fitting for the show. So.
Definitely, bro. Well, you know, anything else you want to wrap up with Christmas and Christmas time and this great time of year that we're having here? Are any great comics that you've read recently?
You know, honestly, we have read a lot of great stuff the past few weeks, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
you know, we'll definitely cover some ground
Exactly.
on that, I think, and hopefully we're looking forward to 2012.
Yep.
Just kind of seeing where you know how the show goes, where the comic industry goes, and so forth. And Tom and I might be stopping by a comic convention.
Yes.
So we're in the talks about that right now. So if anyone has any leads on how to be an official press,
And we'll for sure hit up at least there's a Midwest convention in Minneapolis.
Yep.
So we'll just go to that one because we can go drive there and drive back the same day.
Exactly.
And that's in 3 months or so. But we're gonna try to hit up a big convention.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe get some interviews and you know, just check it out. I mean,
Amazing.
we're from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. We don't got a convention here, and both of us have never been to a comic convention. Our fool of us cameraman Skyler, fool of us cameraman Skyler, fool of us cameraman Skyler, fool of us cameraman Skyler. You know, he already tripped over himself 3 times that we've seen him. And he's such an idiot, but he has actually been to a comic convention. And so, you know, when he told me that, I was just going to punch him out, but then he was holding our camera, so I figured he better not. I don't want to break it. Skylar, I hope you don't take any of this to heart.
Tom's New Year's resolution is to be nicer to our cameraman.
Oh, totally kidding. Skylar's our savior. All right, but anyway. Well, all right, man. Well, check us out. You know, Comic Book Look. Facebook group, comicbooklook@gmail.com. We want to get some emails in.
Get some Christmas cards. Send us some Christmas cards.
Yeah.
Digital ones even if you want.
Exactly. That's what we're looking
cool.
for. And, you know, just show topics, questions, concerns, things that make us better, things that you want to see. You know, let us know. And then also, you know, comment, subscribe, tell your friends. We love new viewers. We want more people to watch. You know, hopefully we're entertaining enough. You know, we try to be straightforward as we can, and we love doing the show. So we'll see you next week, and thank you again for watching.
Keep it comics.
Nice Christmas show, buddy. Christmas koozie. Tyler's our savior. Tyler's our savior. Tyler's our savior.